What's up, guys? This is Tim Credeur from Ragin Fighting Championships. I am with the legend, Thomas Webb, TWEBB. TWEBB MMA is out of the UFC Gym on Sherwood Forest in Baton Rouge. TWEBB's been a staple of the MMA community in South Louisiana for a long time, as a fighter, as a coach, and now obviously as a business owner. He's one of the owners here at the UFC Gym on Sherwood Forest. If you're in Baton Rouge, come check him out. Good to see you.
Good seeing you too, boss.
I mean, you didn't say that back in the day, but it's good to see you today.
Yeah, back in the day, you just beat me up.
Coach, questions.
Yes, sir.
You have been a staple in the fight game for many years in Baton Rouge. We're not going to say how many, but the silver shows that it's been a while.
Yeah.
What got you started on this path, this crazy MMA community?
Wrestling in high school.
Where'd you wrestle?
I wrestled Baton Rouge High with Pat Mahoney. And he went to the old Gladiators one day with the Brawl program.
He's built like a tank.
Yeah. And I don't know if you remember that girl, Lacey.
Yes.
She was hitting mitts when I walked in.
Boxer.
She was hitting mitts when I walked in to help him out. And I was like, dang, I want to join this gym. But then Kyle and I can't remember who all it was that day. They were doing MMA practice, and they asked me to come help them. And they all beat my ass. And I was just like, I got to do something about that.
Yeah.
And so then.
Yeah. So TWEBB was one of the originals from the Gladiators, the original Gladiators in Baton Rouge on Florida.
Yeah.
That gym, you could get your ass kicked, and then you could get shot on the way to your car. It was a dangerous facility. How different is coaching compared to fighting?
The difference is I can't want it for them. So, like, when it comes to fighting, like, I can push myself as hard as I want to. When it comes to coaching, I can push myself to coach them, but if they don't want to do it, I can't make them do it. So it's like, it's learning how to push them in the right ways and stuff. Because with myself, I know how to push myself. But with coaches, learn how to transfer, like the language, to transfer what I'm trying to teach to them and get them to push themselves in the way I know they need to push, which makes it a little different. You know what I'm saying? You got to approach it differently and stuff.
Sure.
And as far as the nerves, I think it's a little more nerve-wracking coaching because, like, when I fought, it's like, you know,
who cares?
Yeah, but when I'm, like, they're fighting, I can't do nothing about it.
Sure.
I got to watch. So it's a little more nerve-wracking with that. But other than that, it's all fun still.
Have you noticed a difference? You know, you've been coaching a good amount of time, even at the original Gladiators, even though you weren't maybe one of our head coaches, you were always helping us coach with the wrestling component and obviously with the fighting component. But do you notice a difference at all in the athletes that are coming out today in comparison to, like, the athletes that were coming out back then?
Back then, we was a bunch of drunks and drug heads that just wanted to fight. And now you're getting athletes, though.
Athletes.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
back then, it was like the people that just couldn't make it in football or
Right.
basketball, you know, people that just couldn't quite make it.
Kind of
people,
misfits.
Yeah. And now it's like you got people that's like, you know what, I'd rather do this instead of basketball or football now. So now, like, yeah, you're seeing a lot more athletes. And then, of course, like with wrestling picking up in Louisiana like it is,
Yeah.
we're getting a lot more wrestlers involved, too. So I think, like, that's definitely the difference in it.
Yeah, we have guys now who are coming who are like, I played football for 4 years at UL. I'm not going to play in the NFL. I'm bored. I want to do something. Or gambling. Or
Yeah.
we have baseball players. I mean, it's unbelievable.
All over, yeah.
If you could give your younger self any tips or advice based on all the things you know today as a wiser man, what would those 3 things be?
First thing was don't cut any corners. I say it all the time. Like, we've seen the guys that made it out of here and didn't make it out of here, and you and I know from seeing it, we know why they made it. Not cutting corners.
Yeah.
Point blank. Two would be like remain open-minded. There was times when I was younger when I got closed-minded on some of the coaching that I was receiving, which in the hindsight probably would have helped me a lot more.
Yeah.
And 3, start doing jiu-jitsu earlier.
A lot of people, as you get older, it's crazy, but like a lot of fighters start saying, man, I wish I'd have just done jiu-jitsu. Yeah. It happens a lot.
Backstory, I remember one time I was trying to get a fight, and I was like, I'm ready to fight, Tim. He's like, you ain't did not one fucking jiu-jitsu class. You ain't ready to fight? Yeah, I am. He's like, all right, step in the cage. And so he told me if I survive a round, it was one round or a fight. I can't remember.
I think it was a 5-minute round.
And he was like, you survive this and we'll talk from there. And he proceeds to beat the piss out of me.
One of my least proud moments.
Whatever. So then, this is before we had shin guards to grapple with and stuff like that.
Yep.
He drops me with a knee to the body. Mouthpiece spits out. He's like, get up. I'm like, okay. He's like, get up. He goes, all right. Soccer kicks me in the face.
That happened.
I finished the round, though.
Did finish the round.
I finished the round.
And I did get you a fight.
Yes, he did.
Eventually. So he earned it. What do you feel like is your coaching philosophy?
Tough love. Tough love.
I think we all have a similar philosophy.
Tough love.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, between you, Pat Mahoney, it's like, you know, GT, and sometimes it was like, but mainly you and Pat Mahoney, man, it's like, and my dad, like, just like, that's how I grew up in the game.
Sure.
Like, there was no cutting, like, we didn't cut corners, like, we didn't, like, if you failed at something, it wasn't holding your hand, it was just shut up, suck it up, this is what you did wrong, let's move forward.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have time to be like baby anybody.
How do you balance coaching, work, family, running a business? How do you balance everything and still be able to celebrate Mother's Day tomorrow safely?
I'm actually still working on learning how to do that. I'm not even gonna lie. I lucky and unlucky. Lucky for coaching, unlucky for myself. My kids end up living in North Carolina now, so I don't have as much pull from that away from this. You know, like I said, lucky and unlucky. But also now lucky that I work at where I work at where I'm coaching.
Yeah.
So I'm able to keep that in one place. So that helps with me.
Sure.
But
Still
family
a struggle.
life, yes, family life it's a struggle.
What can the fans expect from TWEBB MMA on June 14th? This is the first time that you guys are really bringing, like, you know, team 3, maybe 4 guys. What can we expect?
A show. You're going to see guys that put on performances. They train. They're going to show that they train. They're going to go in there. They're going to go for the finish. We're going to put on shows. You're not going to get sloppy, and we're going to be professional about it.
We're excited. Well, if I haven't told you, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You've done a great job.
I appreciate that.
I tried to beat you out of this sport. You're too stupid. You stuck around. And you had an amazing impact on the fighters of Baton Rouge and the people in this community, and you've kept it alive and you've kept it thriving. So congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate you.
We'll see you next time.